Hello everyone, welcome to our presentation. My name is Carla Janet Medina Ramirez and together with me teammate Mireya Janet Ibarra Martinez, we are going to talk about a very important economic topic that affects of every single day. Inflation is causes and consequences. What is inflation? To put in very simple terms, inflation is just when the things we buy on a regular basis, like food, clothes, or every toys, start getting more expensive or over time. There is a specific cycle boiling in inflation, which is pretty interesting. It basically happens because of expectations. For example, if you feel like your favorite ice cream is going to cost more next year, workers or parents will naturally start asking for a rise, not just to make sure they and still ask for it later. Housing market. A really clear example of this is what happened with the housing market when a lot of people suddenly want to buy a house. Property price obviously go up, but the time is it doesn't stop there because of that high demand because of right materials like good brakes. Cement goes up too, so it's like a chain reaction where every time gets dragged along. Effects on consumers. So now does this actually hit use as consumers? Well, mainly in the three ways. First, your money lost value, meaning your buy less with the exact same amount. Second, saving money becomes super and hard because life just get more expensive, and honestly, people with the higher playing hopes can usually hidden in boy toys with lower incomes are the ones who struggle the most. Effects on business. And inflation doesn't just hurt people, it makes things really messy for business. For instance, if domestic price go up too much, a company products might become too expensive to sell about abroad. Plus, stores have to constantly waste time and money just updating trade system and changing price tags all the time. And a spiral of price and weakness. This leads to crazy circle client the price with white spiral saying about it when price go up, workers ask for more money but pay to higher salaries. Companies have to raise the price again. Is never ending low. Anyway, that's it for my part.
Now we will continue with the effects of inflation. Inflation affects everyone because price increases and our money is not enough to buy the same things as before. One important effect is reduced purchasing power, which means people can buy fewer products with the same amount of money. Another effect is that banks might increase interest rates to control inflation. This can make loans and credit cards more expensive. Inflation also affects people with low or fixed incomes more strongly because their salaries do not allow increases at the same speed as prices. Finally, finally, inflation creates uncertainty for businesses because costs can change constantly, making companies less willing to invest in long-term projects. Causes of inflation. There are different reasons why inflation happens. The first cause is demand for inflation. This happens when many people want to buy products and services, but there are not enough available. As a result, price is crossed. The second cause is cost push inflation. This occurs when production costs like salary or raw materials become more expensive, so companies raise prices. The third cause is monetary inflation. This happens when there is too much money circulating in the economy, which can produce the value of money and increases prices. Inflation has several negative effects on the economy and on people's daily lives. First, consumers lose purchasing power because products and services become more expensive. Second, central banks often increasing interest rate to reduce inflation, but this can also slow down economic activity. Another important effect is income inequality, since inflation affects low income families more than on others. In addition, bond sides might avoid making investments because they are uncertain about future costs and prices. Long-term consequences. If inflation continues for a long period of time, it can create serious economic problems. High inflation can reduce economic growth because people and businesses become more careful with their spending. It can also affect savings since money loss value over time. Another consequence is that people might lose confidence in the economy, causing them, them to spend less or save for money in, instead of investing. Why is the important to understand inflation? It is very important to understand inflation because it affects our everyday life. Inflation changes the price of products and services, and it also influences of financial decisions. By understanding inflation, people can better manage their money, savings, and expenses. Being informed about inflation helps us make smarter economic decisions of the future.